There is no need to panic, no need to worry. I'm telling you now, the idea of scarcity, it is a lie in itself. You can say some things are scarce and that they're not plentiful, but what people seem to forget or not grasp is it may not be where you are, but somewhere in the country, somewhere in the world, what you're looking for is there. And when I'm speaking about this, I'm speaking about like jobs, careers, opportunity. They're there. They're not scarce. It's just scarce where you are, which basically is leading me to tell you if it is scarce where you are, whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you want to do, you know what that means. And you know what you have to do. It's time. No longer wait, no longer planning over and over again, but no longer bringing any action to it. Oh, now I remember. Analysis paralysis. Just analyzing and going over every detail until you just don't move and you're just stuck. What you want to do is you want to make your plan and don't overthink it. You don't even need a super detailed plan. You just need an outline and then make the leap. What you need to do is to throw yourself into wherever you need to go so you can get what you want to get. But you have to throw yourself into it. Otherwise, you'll never do it. I was in Texas after I got out the Navy, and I knew it just wasn't where I wanted to be, and I wasn't happy. The last place I remember that I was happy and felt free and relaxed was California. I could have stayed in Texas. It's cheaper there. I probably could have bought a home, and then really just laid my roots there and stayed there. But I knew it wasn't where I was supposed to be. And with me, it's ever since I joined the Navy initially, because it was the same situation. I was like, I don't need to be here. I need to go out and try to make some of myself and be able to help my mom. And so, I had that little reservation and had a conversation, was like, is it okay if I go? And she said, yeah. At that point, there was no, I wasn't going to allow myself to not follow through. It was going to happen. I was going to go for it. And then once I got out the Navy and I was in Texas, at that point, it was like, okay, well, I don't feel happy here and I don't feel like I belong here. I feel like I need to leave. In my head, when I think, there is no longer a hesitation. There is no longer a, I don't know, I'm not sure. It is a, all right, let me just go ahead and throw myself out there and see if I can sink or swim. Plain and simple. Because when you really want something, you'll figure out a way. Now, that doesn't mean that you just go half-ass on it and be like, oh, I'm leaving and have no money saved up and, no resources to help you get through the months or year that you're going to be there. But it means you plan accordingly, you save up what you need to save to hit your target, and then you fucking go. You don't fucking wait. You just go. And then once you get there, you're gonna feel peace. You're gonna feel at ease. You're gonna be like, oh, I belong here. This is where I need to be. And then the real work begins, because then that's when you need to figure out how you're gonna make a living there and how you're gonna actually find a place and settle down. But it's not gonna feel like work because you're where you want to be. So you're just thinking of ways to make it work. Now, of course, if you're thinking of places like New York, LA, big cities and stuff like that, that's a little more difficult because they're a little more expensive. Um, Me personally, I'm not even talking about that because for me, I did move to San Diego, but I wasn't like chasing dreams or anything like that. I was just like, I need to be in California where I feel my best. So that's where I went. But I also had a plan there too. You have to do what everybody else does. I had roommates. I had two roommates, split rent three ways. That was it. So if you're thinking of going somewhere into like a big city where you know it's expensive, you're gonna have to network and find some people to room with. Maybe some people with the same goals that you have or same dreams you have, whatever it is, and find a way to make it work. People do it all the time. People do it every year. You could be one of them. Of course, there's people that crash and burn too, and they have to either go home or they're on the streets or something like that. But that's just where you have to make sure that you take care of yourself and put yourself in the right position so it doesn't happen to you. In the end, if you want to be happy, you got to make that leap because you'll never know unless you try. And then if you don't do it, you can stay where you're at, but you'll always wonder and you'll always be down on yourself because you never did it. You'll be like, yeah, I thought about it, but I never really made the move. I was too scared. And then you're always going to be secretly unhappy because you didn't put yourself where you felt like you should be. And not in a way of I should be here because I deserve this. I I'm elitist talk. That's the best way I could word it. Like elitist talk. Not just enjoying the moment, enjoying that you're there and being happy that you're in a place where you feel the most calm and most safe, but elitist talk like I deserve to be here because of X, Y, and Z. And not because I chose to be here and I want to be here because I love the atmosphere, I love the city. In the end, what you want to do is just go for it. Scarcity isn't really scarce. The idea that there's not much of whatever you're wanting or looking for is not true. You just need to put yourself in the places where it's abundant. That's it. Put yourself in a position to win. If there's jobs for the career that you want in fucking Minnesota and you live in Florida, then guess what? You need a plan to make moves to fucking Minnesota. Plain and simple. Any way that you can, you gotta do it. There's no way around it. And if you don't love what you're studying, then that's different. Because at that point, you're moving for a career that you don't really love. But if you love the career that you want to do, and you know that the jobs are abundant in this area, then maybe that means you need to make that move. Do what you have to. I'm Juice Kastoan, and this is Hard Reset.